head-to-head against both, winning against both. But they are at Rose on Wednesday, and they will host Bluffton on February the 12th. And today is the middle game of a 3-game road trip for the Spartans. They round out the trip on Wednesday and go home next Saturday to play Hanover. They have 8 games left, and of those 8, 5 are going to be on the road. They've beaten the Mount, Rose, Bluffton, and Earlham by a combined 18 points. Their largest margin of victory came against Rose by 6, and everyone else has 4. And in their losses to Hanover, Transy, Anderson, and Franklin, the Spartans have lost by a combined 47 points, and they are 3-4 away from home. Not only has Manchester lost 2 out of 3, but they've lost 5 of 7, or I should say 3 of 5, and 5 of their last. Let me start that over. Not only have they lost 2 of 3, but they have lost 3 of 5 and 7 of their last 10. That's the precise totals. They broke a 4-game losing streak on January 3rd against the Mount at home, and that was in the Spartans' 56-52 victory over the Mount, a game in which the Lions turned the basketball over 21 times, and it led to 28 points by Manchester in that ball game. Last year, they split their games, and the Lions lead the all-time series between the two, 23-22, heading into this afternoon's contest. Nate Conley, in his first year as head coach of the Spartans, he's got a record of 6-10, while Toby Kerrigan in his 9th year with a record of 118 wins and 88 career defeats. Manchester 6-10, 4-5 in the Heartland. The Lions 3-13, 1-8 in Heartland Conference play. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with more on our pregame show right after this timeout.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, ink analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in ink analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost or up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink guarantee.
Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers works with integrity. Using the innovative Pico-Way laser technology, Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers is on the leading edge. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. Well, as we head into this afternoon's contest and we look at what's going to happen here today, a couple of notes about Mount St. Joseph University. First of all, the wrestling team hosted Thomas More University Thursday night in a dual meet. They fell 22-19 in that matchup. Next weekend, they're going to participate in the Pete Wilson Invitational. That's at Wheaton College. That will be on Friday and Saturday. In men's volleyball action, the Mount hosted Thomas More last night here at the Harrington Center and won easily 3-0. And Milliken, Illinois came to town earlier today for a meet, and that one went by way of the Mount St. Joseph Lions also. They won 3-0 in that contest. And the tournament, they were going to be holding a tournament, and that will be here at the Harrington Center next Saturday, and that will start out at 11 o'clock. Our next broadcast game will be coming up on Wednesday night. That'll be from Hanover, the men's squad, and we will be bringing you action on that one starting at 7 o'clock with the pregame show, 7:30 with the tip-off in that contest. Taking a look at the scores from around the conference in women's basketball from earlier today. We already told you the first one from earlier today, and that was the Mount St. Joseph Lions winning what Dan Benjamin termed a must-win game, 79-56 over Manchester here earlier this afternoon in game 1 of our doubleheader. Now, taking a look at the games from coming up I should say games earlier today. Here are the final scores, and most all of them are finals. Hanover 86, Defiance 49. Franklin 85, Earlham 61. Transylvania won easily over Anderson 71-38. And Rose-Hulman, with 8:42 left to go, is down by 5 to Bluffton 35-30 in that contest there. Now, in men's basketball, let's see if we can't pull up the schedule for men's college basketball here today. And here's what's happening in the conference this afternoon. One final score already. Rose-Hulman defeated Bluffton 65-51. It was Franklin 86, Earlham 60. That game has got 4:22 left to go in the ball game there. And with 3 minutes to go in the ball game, Hanover is beating Defiance 76-69. In another game that's going to tip off here at about the same time as this one, Transylvania will be at Anderson. So here's a look at the men's standings heading into this afternoon's ball games. This is the men's conference right now in the Heartland. Franklin on top of it with an 8-1 record. They've got a 2-game lead over Hanover at 6-3. Then comes Defiance, Transylvania, and Anderson, all at 5-4. Bluffton, Rose, and Manchester are at 4-5. Earlham 3-6, and the Mount is at the bottom with a record of 1-8 on the year. So that's a look at the standings in the Heartland Conference heading into this afternoon's action. I'm Dave Mitchell. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Toby Kerrigan about this afternoon's ball game and preview the game between Manchester and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. We'll do that when we return after this. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed using the innovative Pico Way laser technology from Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. They're on the leading edge of tattoo removal. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Social media has exploded over the years. The way we interact, receive news, and comment with everything has changed in this decade, and Twitter is where people usually discover what's happening. This is Dave Mitchell. With over 500 million tweets being sent each day, hundreds of millions of people are exploring links, articles, retweets, trends, and moments to find out what's new. Businesses strengthen their brands, friends promote themselves, and some just want more followers and likes. I just want to hear from you. Before, during, or after, send me your comments about the game to my Twitter, OHBB co-host. That's OHBBCOHOST. I hope to hear from you soon. That's OHBB co-host. Well, the Spartans are 6-10 overall. They're 4-5 in Heartland Conference play. On the road, 3 wins against 4 defeats under first-year head coach Nate Conley. He's got a 6-10 career record. He didn't take the position until the beginning of October. In their win Wednesday, Manchester found themselves down at the half by 8, but they cut the deficit to just 2 at 36-34, following a pair of free throws by Jalen Owens. And then the Beavers scored in their next 5 points to push the lead back up to 7. The Spartans used a 9-0 run over the next 4 minutes of action to wrestle control of Wednesday's game from Bluffton, in which they won by a final of 52-48. Manchester's front court tandem of juniors Des Moines Whitney and C.J. Hampton lead the team, scoring at 12 points each. Matt Westman had 16 to lead the Spartans in the first game, while Abdul Oganaki grabbed 8 rebounds off the bench, and he is always a terror when he sees the blue and gold of Mount St. Joseph University. The Lions 3-13 overall, 1-8 in Heartland Conference play under head coach Toby Kerrigan in his 9th year. They are 1-6 here at the Harrington Center. They've lost 7 in a row, as I told you. Their last win coming on December 7th at home against Earlham. And in 5 of their last 7 losses, they've lost by a combined 15 points. But in the other 2, they've lost by a combined 37. We had the opportunity to talk with Toby Kerrigan before this afternoon's ball game.
Toby, prior to tonight's ball game against Transy, go back to Saturday and talk a little bit about the second half and what happened in that ball game that caused you to lose the big lead at halftime and eventually lose the ball game. What happened there?
Well, one of the big things, their point guard got to play in the second half. We got him in foul trouble in the first half, and he played, I think, 6 or 7 minutes, he's their leading scorer, and so he wasn't out there, which obviously he makes them a lot better. And so he was back in there, and they played some zone on us, and we didn't make some shots. And on the other end, defensively, we couldn't stop them. And so, you mix those two things together, not very good defense and missing shots, and that's a recipe for not a good outcome.
At halftime, I would think, can you look at these kids in the eye and see that disaster is about ready to happen, or is it something that you really didn't anticipate?
No, I don't think so, though. I mean, when you're down at half and you come out as the other team, you've got nothing to lose. So, and I don't think we were tied then.
Toby, heading into this afternoon's ball game against Manchester, when you go back and look at the team, first of all, I'm kind of joked about it. You still got your hair. Nothing has turned gray yet. But I saw a documentary this week. Pat Summitt talked about losing and how you could take a losing situation and turn it into a positive, because every time you lose, there's specific reasons behind it. Are you looking at this situation like that, or how are you looking at it as a coach?
Well, you always hear it's a loss is a bad thing if you don't learn anything from it. So exactly what she's saying, right? Like every time that we're a couple possessions short, or there's a stretch during the game where we have 3 or 4 possessions that aren't going the way they're supposed to be going, we have to learn to improve that the next time we go out and try to change things, whether it's offensively or defensively, that get us in those spots where we have little stretches where we get behind or we have a lead and lose the lead. So yeah, for sure, guys come out and practice hard every day, and we're trying to watch film and show them things that we can improve on, and we're still working. We're still working every day.
I talked with Tanner Close after the ball game on Wednesday night. He says rebounding has been the problem. It started out the season rebounding. You guys sort of got it taken care of towards the middle part, but now towards the end it seems to be a problem again. Are you seeing that too?
Yeah, we're a little undersized. So when you're a little undersized, you have to do everything exactly right. You have to go find a body and put your body on them, and you have to stay between them and the rim and not get pushed under the rim when the ball's in the air. You can't have 4 guys do it and 1 guy forget, because then that's usually the guy that gets the offensive rebound. So we've had a lot of situations where we've done a really good job defensively and got stops and just not been able to secure the rebound. So, and again, we've done the block-out drills, done all the stuff and talked about it and shown it on video, and so we're going to continue to battle and try to get more than we don't.
Avery Paddock really came through on Wednesday night. Of course, he's got that bum thumb, but coming off of 6-8 months where he didn't do anything, are you happy with his progress so far?
Yeah, for sure. He's doing a great job. I think he's just gaining more confidence every time he goes out, offensively and defensively. So yeah, he's playing well right now, and a lot of that has to do with just being out there and getting his confidence back.
Bringing Tanner Close back up, he is so effective on the inside. I don't want to compare him to Eric Edwards, but he's undersized and he's able to do things underneath that you wouldn't anticipate a kid that's 6'2" being able to do. What's his secret down low?
Well, he plays hard, first of all. Every possession he is aggressive offensively and defensively, and he gets in there and he sticks his nose in there. So, a lot of times when you're trying to offensive rebound, it's just about going in there and making an effort to make it a 50-50 ball, and he does that a ton for us, and he's got us a lot of extra possessions, and offensively, he just uses his body well. He's strong. He gets low on the post, and when he crab dribbles in towards the rim, he does a good job of using his body and shielding the ball and getting it off. So yeah, that's been a focus for us to try to get him the ball down in there.
The first game against Manchester was a 4-point loss up there. I remember it as a defensive struggle. How do you remember it?
Yeah, for sure. I thought both teams up there really held the other team in check. And of course, if you remember, we had 21 turnovers too. So we gave a lot of possessions away and left a lot of points on the board. And some of that had to do with their defensive intensity. They're going to get after it and pressure the ball and really try to get into your space. And the other side, we made some careless turnovers that led to direct baskets up at their place. So we have to make sure today that, and we've talked about it the last couple days, like when you've got the ball, it's got to be tight. You got to be strong and can't be loose with it because they're going to come after us. So we'll have to make sure we cut down on our turnovers and those that lead to direct baskets.
Toby Kerrigan before this afternoon's ball game against the Manchester Spartans. Of course, the keys for today's game for Manchester: get out to a big lead and make the Lions come back in the contest. That is always a recipe for success for opponents for the Lions, and hold them under 70 points per ball game. And for the Lions, don't turn the ball over like they did in the last game. 28 points being converted out of 21 turnovers for the Lions in that game on January the 3rd. And the Lions need to rebound coming into this afternoon's ball game. Mount St. Joseph, they are 3-13 overall, 1-8 in Heartland Conference play. The Spartans 6-10, 4-5 in Heartland Conference play. The starting lineups and the opening tip-off of this afternoon's Game 2 coming up next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
This afternoon's ball game against Manchester. First of all, the first matchup, I know.
Dang it. You've been listening to the Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers pregame show. A look at today's Lions basketball game. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, located at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Call 866-219-0672. Mount St. Joseph College basketball is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
At Mount St. Joseph, we're on a mission to make sure every single student succeeds in their career. In fact, 98% of our undergraduates are working in their field within 6 months of graduation. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. UltimateSportsTalk.com now presents Mount St. Joseph Lions College Basketball. Today's game is brought to you by Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers at 866-219-0672. And in part by the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Iron sharpens iron. Call now at 513-383-9773. The Mount St. Joseph University. And Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati. Call 513-579-0010. Mount St. Joseph University College Basketball is a presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. Now let's go to the floor for this Lions game. Basketball time from the Harrington Center here on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Mitchell. Glad to have you along today on UltimateSportsTalk.com as we've got game number 2 of our doubleheader here this afternoon between the Mount St. Joseph Lions, 3-13 overall, 1-8 in the Heartland Conference, taking on the Manchester Spartans at 6-10 overall and 4-5 in Heartland Conference action. These two teams met on January the 3rd up in Manchester, and the Spartans came away with a 4-point 56-52 victory. Let's check out the starting lineups. First of all, for the Spartans of Manchester, and they are the visiting team on the scoreboard. They will start at the forwards this afternoon. Number 4, Des Moines Whitney. Whitney, a 6'6 junior, averaging 11.9 points per ball game. C.J. Hampton at the other forward. Number 5, he is a 6'3 junior, averaging 12.6 a contest. And they will go with 3 wings this afternoon, different from what they did in the first game. Number 10, Cortez Buckner. Buckner, a 6-foot junior, averaging 10.5 an outing. Keaton Hall, number 24, he's a 5'11 senior, averaging 8.8. And at the other guard will be number 20, Matt Westman, a 6'2 junior. He has got 8.8 points per ball game. Westman had 7 in the contest back on the 3rd of January. So it's Whitney and Hampton, and then at the wings, Buckner, Hall, and Westman under head coach Nate Conley in his first year. 6-10 is his career record, with an assistant coach named Ryan Strong. Now for the homestanding Mount St. Joseph Lions. They will go at the forwards. Number 1, Devin Young. He's averaging 14.1 points per ball game. He is a 6'6 sophomore. He had 11 against Manchester in the first game. Tanner Close led the way for the Lions. He had 17 points in the ball game in game 1. He is number 2. He is a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 13.8 of contest. And then the wings this afternoon will be number 23, Brady Thomas. Thomas, a 5'10 sophomore. He's averaging 16 a game. At the other wing will be Avery Paddock, number 32. Paddock, a 6'4 freshman, averaging 4.4 points per ball game, but he exploded on Wednesday night against Transylvania with 13. Reese Thompson, a 6-foot freshman who's averaging 4 points a contest. He is number 33, and he will be at the other wing. So it's Young and Close at the forwards, and at the wings, Thomas, Paddock, and Thompson. For the Lions under head coach Toby Kerrigan in his 9th year, 118 wins, 88 losses. They have lost 7 in a row. The last time this has happened was back in the 2012-13 season. Toby's second year as head coach of the Lions, and he does not want to see that happen again. The all-time season series, well, the Lions lead it 23 wins against 22 defeats against Manchester. Manchester comes in scoring 69.3 points per ball game, and 75.6 is what they're giving up. For the Mount, 68.3 points per game, and they are giving up 77.1 points an outing. It will be Avery Paddock in the center circle against Des Moines Whitney. Lions in their home white uniforms with blue numerals, gold trim. Manchester in their road black uniforms with white numerals and red and white trim. Ball in the center circle. Tip is in the air, and it's controlled by Manchester in the backcourt, and we are underway here at the Harrington Center. Lions start out in a man-to-man defense. C.J. Hampton with the basketball goes over on the left-hand side to Westman. Westman has always been a pain in the backside of the Lions. Gets it off on the right-hand side to Keaton Hall for the 3, and he drilled it. Hall had 14 in the first outing, and he gives Manchester the early 3-0 lead. 19 and a half left to go in the first half. With the basketball is Thomas, left sideline. Gets it between the circles to Reese Thompson. Over to Avery Paddock, who's just coming back from that ACL surgery. He's just getting himself back into form. Right of the lane, now back out to Thomas for the right wing 3. Left wing 3, no good. And the rebound taken down by Des Moines Whitney. Whitney will clear it up the floor into the front court to Cortez Buckner. Now back to Whitney. Whitney looks over to Keaton Hall, gets it to him. And now back over to C.J. Hampton around the horn to Buckner. Buckner, right of the lane. It goes to Hampton. Hampton backing down. Paddock gets it over into the left corner to Cortez Buckner for the 3. No good. And the rebound taken down by Avery Paddock. Paddock will get it off to Brady Thomas, and the Lions bring it up. We're just a minute into this ball game. Lions going from left to right across your computer screen. With it is Thomas on the left wing near the sideline. Outside the arc, looking down low. Feeds it back out front to Thompson. Now to Paddock. Top of the key, Young. Young jab step to the right. Goes left. Goes over to Paddock for the top of the key 3. Won't go. Rebound taken down underneath, though, by Reese Thompson as he grabbed the offensive board. Back out front to Thomas. Thomas with it on the left side of the front court. Now to Paddock, top of the key. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas to the line. Stops, pops it from 17. Got it. Brady Thomas with his first two. Lions cut it to 1 at 3-2. Buckner into the front court from right to left up on the right-hand side. That goes around the horn to Hampton. On the left side, Westman. Westman jabs to the right, goes to the left, now back to his right again, and back out front it goes to Whitney. Whitney around the horn to Keaton Hall. Hall at the right wing, jump pass underneath. It goes to Whitney, comes to a couple of jump stops, no call, but misses the bunny, and the rebound pulled down by Devin Young. Young will clear it up the floor to Thomas, now back up to Young. Young ahead of the pack, he'll lay it up, put it up, no good. Nice defense by Manchester, but Tanner Close got it back, put it up, blocked from behind on the play by Whitney. He gets it up the floor into the front court for Manchester to Cortez Buckner, now right corner to Westman. Westman with it at the right wing. Bounce pass goes on the right-hand side to Whitney, stolen away by the Mount, taken away by Reese Thompson. Thompson will bring it back the other way, down by a point. It goes to Paddock, all the way to the hole, lays it up with the right hand, no good. And the rebound taken down by C.J. Hampton. Boy, it's furious right now in the last 30 seconds. Westman back out front to Buckner. Between the circles, gets it right in the lane to Whitney. Whitney spins into the baseline, put it up, no good from 5, and the rebound taken down by Brady Thomas. Thomas now will slow it up for the Mount, gets it up the floor to Reese Thompson. Thompson back between the circles to Paddock, now left wing Thomas. Thomas looking underneath, trying to orchestrate the offense, picks up the dribble, top of the key to Tanner Close. Close looks right side, trying to get it to Devin Young. Now he'll hand it off on the left-hand side to Thomas, back over to Young. Young dribbles to the right wing, down to the right baseline, backing in, spins into the lane, turnaround left-hand shot from 5, got it to go. Devin Young with his first two, and the Lions have taken the lead at 4-3. 16 and a half left to go in this first half. Top of the key is Hampton. Now back to Whitney, over to Westman. Over on the left-hand side, Whitney. Whitney looking underneath for Hampton, but he can't get it. Now dishes it back out front to Keaton Hall. Around the horn, Hampton gets it over on the right-hand side. Westman between the legs dribble, lost the handle, got it back. 8 on the shot clock. Westman around a pick, puts up the top of the key 3, spun it in and out, no good. Brady Thomas grabbed the rebound on the right side. He'll bring it across the timeline into the front court for the Lions. Gets it off to Reese Thompson. Now back to Young on the left side. Brady Thomas left of the lane to Paddock. Paddock near the block. Backing down. Whitney gets it back on top of the key to Thomas for the 3. Drilled it. Thomas has got 5. And the Lions lead it by 4, 7-3, and a must-win game for the Lions. Let's just call it what it is. On the right side, Westman. Westman with it, top of the key. Goes on the left side to Whitney. Now to Hall, back to Whitney. Left of the lane, backing in against Thompson. Stops, pops it from 7. Won't go. Brady Thomas grabbed the rebound. Thomas will bring it up the floor into the front court to Reese Thompson to the free throw line. Back to Thomas at the left of the circle. Thomas hook pass on the right side to Paddock. Now right of the lane to Devin Young. Got the ball knocked free, but he picks it up near the three-point arc into the lane. He'll put it up with the left hand. No good. Young got his own rebound. Right back up and in. Young with 4. Timeout, Nate Conley of the Spartans. 15-14 left to go in this first half. Your score, Mount St. Joseph 9 and Manchester 3 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
At Mount St. Joseph University, our mission is to provide students with an affordable, world-class education in a safe, comfortable, private school setting. Nearly 100% of our incoming undergraduate students receive scholarships, grants, or financial aid. And with small class sizes and a 98% undergraduate career placement rate, the Mount leads the way in educational value and student success. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community. Open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Well, it was a defensive struggle on January 3rd in Manchester, the 4-point Spartan victory, but this one has started out fast and furious. Lions with a 6.93 lead, and that caused Nate Conley to use his first timeout. Bringing it up the floor into the front court is on the right-hand side. It goes to Jalen Owens. Owens getting a lot more playing time as of late for Nate Conley. Gets it back out front to Hampton. Hampton back to Keaton Hall, and now to Ogunaki, who's into the ballgame, and he is always a pain in the back end of the Lions. They dump it down low to Hampton, and Hampton posts up low and gets the bucket from 5. He's got 2, and it's 9-5. Lions lead it by 4. Close as they run the weave out front. They get it to Young, left of the circle. Now to Paddock. He's going to drive the lane, lay it up and in. Well, you could just see Paddock really start coming into his zone and getting over that ACL injury that sat him for about 6 months. On the left-hand side is Westman. Westman dribbles down to the left baseline, all the way to the hole, lays it up with the right hand good. Westman screaming for a foul as he was coming back up the floor, but to no avail. And it's 11-7. 14-15 to go in this first half of play. Paddock goes right of the circle to Devin Young. Back to Paddock, left wing. Dribbles inside the arc to Close. Top of the key, Young. Young hands it off to Tanner Close. He'll dribble to the line. Got the ball knocked free. Ball loose near the timeline. Picked up by Hampton. Hampton on the right sideline inside the arc. Gets it back out front. Stolen away by Paddock. Up the floor to Thomas. Thomas into the front court with the right wing, and he'll pull it back out and set up the offense for the Lions on the exchange of turnovers. With it is Young. Young look backdoor, gets it off to Paddock, left wing, pump fake, back out top of the key to Young, pump fake all the way to the line to the lane, got the ball taken away by Hampton. He'll feed it up the floor to Westman. It's 2-on-1. Hook pass into the corner, stolen by Reese Thompson. Thompson getting back on the hustle, saw the scouting report and played it perfectly, and he took over the turnover. With it is Thomas. Now back to Thompson on the left side to Tanner Close. Close with it on the right wing. It goes to Brady Thomas. Back to Tanner Close. He'll lay it right up and it won't go, but he's fouled by Keaton Hall on a push from behind, and Close will go to the line shooting 2. And the foul on... Check that. That's not going to be on Keaton Hall. They're going to call it on Westman. Westman gets hit with the foul. That's a surprise because Keaton Hall was the one that was behind Close, and Close will go line right shooting 2. He's 77% from the stripe this year. Eyes it, shoots it, rattled it home. That's his first point of the afternoon. Coming into the ball game now for Manchester is Jared Andis. He's checking in, and also for Manchester into the ball game is Nate Carbaugh. Carbaugh did not play in the first game. He's a 6'5" sophomore out of Northside High School in Fort Wayne, so he's into the ball game. Jalen Owens will bring it across as Close hit both free throws. He's got 2, and it's 13-7. Around the horn, Carbaugh gets it off to Andis. Andis between the circles to Oganaki. Now back over on the right-hand side. And it goes to Owens. Owens back to Andis, left wing. Andis picks up the ball and back out to Oganaki, top of the key, between the legs dribble to the free throw line. 16-footer by Abdul, no good. And the rebound taken down by Avery Paddock. Paddock gets it up the floor, left of the lane. It goes to Young. Young looking in against Oganaki. He's going to back him down into the lane. Jab step to the baseline, laid it up and in with the left hand. Devin with 6. He just let that come to him. He's got 6 in the ball game. It's 15-7 Mount. The other way is Owens. He's going to shoot the 15-footer. Got it. Jalen Owens with his first 2, and it's 15-9. Nate Conley going a lot deeper on his bench in this game than he did in the initial contest against the Lions. With it, Young goes right-hand side to Avery Paddock. Now he'll dribble around a pick by Young between the circles. Gets it back over to Devin. Devin with it, dribbles top of the key. Back to Paddock to the left elbow. Out to Thomas, top side to Paddock. Dribbles right wing, gets it off to Thompson. Thompson right of the lane from 16. In and out, no. Rebound loose on the floor. Peyton Metters battles for it. It's picked off the floor by Owens. Owens will bring it up from right to left. Stops at the three-point arc on the left wing to the free throw line. Now backs it out between the circles with a right-hand dribble. Goes over to Andis at the right sideline. Andis dribbles around a pick by Oganaki, spins it back out front, and it goes to Carbaugh. Carbaugh looking on the left-hand side, back over on the left wing, and it goes to Owens. Owens between the legs dribble, bounce pass to Carbaugh left of the lane, backing in, puts up the left-hand shot in front of Thompson, put it off the glass and good. Carbaugh with his first 2. And that makes it 15-11. Manchester down by 4. Into the front court is Brady Thomas. Goes right side to Devin Young. Almost fell down. Gets it off to Brady Thomas, right in the lane. Step back, three-pointer, right side of the circle. No good. And Oganaki grabbed the rebound, his first of the afternoon. It will not be his last. With it is Keaton Hall. Hall between the circles with a right-hand dribble. Now goes on the left-hand side. Gets it back over on the left-hand side to Carbaugh. Carbaugh back out front on the right wing to Owens. Put it up and in. Owens got the three-pointer. And that is his first three, and make it his 5th point of the afternoon, and it's now a 1-point ball game, and up the floor, stolen away by Carbaugh all the way to the hole, laid it up and in. Carbaugh has got 4, and he is given Manchester the lead now at 16-15. 10.5 to go in this first half. Bringing it up is Thomas, right of the lane to Devin Young. Young with it, looks underneath, stops at the top of the key, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas at the free throw line, down into the right corner to Paddock. He'll drive right baseline, lay it up, jammed it home, and he's fouled. And he did that with his bad hand. Paddock with the jam, and that puts everybody to their feet. He's got 4. He'll go to the line looking for 5. 10-16 to go, and he's given them out the lead again at 17-16. Avery Paddock just ignited this crowd here at the Harrington Center with the left-hand jam. His bad hand puts it up, and it is no good on the free throw, and the rebound taken down by Des Moines Whitney. Whitney will get it into the front court, brought up on the left-hand side by Jalen Owens. Owens looks underneath, back out front to Whitney, gets it on the right-hand side to Andis. Andis right sideline, guarded by Cedric Woods, who's into the ballgame now for the Lions. Back out to Whitney. Whitney backing down to the baseline, gets a pass into the middle of the key, knocked away and stolen away by Paddock. Paddock will get it into the front court with Cedric Woods up the left-hand side. Woods around a pick by Young to the top of the key. Left wing Metters underneath to Devin Young on the baseline. Forces it up, won't go. Rebound tapped out front, and it comes down into the hands of Carbaugh. Carbaugh will get it up top of the key. Bounce pass to Whitney underneath with the left hand in front of Young. Laid it up and in. Whitney just got too low, and you cannot let him get down that far. And that gives Manchester the lead again at 18-17. Paddock, top of the key, Young. Young looks to the left, spins to the left elbow. Gets a lob pass underneath the Paddock. Triple teamed out front to Metters. Now top of the key, Thompson for 3. Around the rim, rattled in and out, no good. And Carbaugh got the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court. Excuse me, that's Owens. Owens with the basketball on the right-hand side. Owens kicks it over to Whitney. Now back to Owens. Owens, top side to Carbaugh. On the left-hand side, Keaton Hall. He'll dribble left baseline, kick it outside, and gets it off to Whitney. Now back over to Owens. Owens to the free throw line. Spins to his left. Throws up a 12-footer on the iron. No good, and the rebound taken away on the baseline by Reese Thompson. Thompson now will slow it up. Nate Conley really wants to push the action with his Spartans team, and Toby Kerrigan wants to slow things down. Woods between the circles. Left of the circle, it goes to Paddock. Dribbles inside the lane, put it up with the right hand, missed everything. And the rebound taken down by Carbaugh. Carbaugh gets it up the floor into the front court, and off to Owens. Owens looking things over, back over to Carbaugh. Lions have fallen back into a 2-3 zone. With it now is Whitney. Now back out front, it goes to Owens, right of the lane to Whitney, spins into the lane, lays it up with the left hand, good. Whitney's got 4, and it's 20-17. Manchester is probably second only to Anderson in the most athletic team in the Heartland Conference. Boy, they've got some athletes. Right of the lane, Young puts up the shot, no good. Ball loose on the baseline, taken away by Metters, and Metters is going to be fouled as he grabbed the offensive rebound. Foul called against Manchester, and that will be on Carbaugh. That will be his first. Leaving the ball game, Young, Paddock, and Thompson checking back into the lineup. Sam Robbins getting some more playing time after coming back from that sprained ankle. Brady Thomas is back into the ball game, and Tanner Close. And now we've got a 30-second timeout taken by, I believe, Manchester, but we'll have to check on that and make sure who took that 30-second timeout. 7:47 remaining to go in this first half. It is 20-17, Spartans over the Mount here early in the second half of action. And boy, when you look at the shooting charts of this ball game, you're going to see what, just if you looked at the shot chart and where they're shooting from. The Lions shooting 7 of 19 from the field for 37%, while Manchester now 9 of 16 for 56%. So Manchester has hit 2 more field goals than the Mount on 3 less shots. Rebounding totals, Lions 11, Manchester 9, and the turnovers pretty much even, 4-3 in favor of Manchester. Inbounds pass, Thomas inbounds the ball to Metters after that timeout. Metters takes it all the way in the hole, one step, laid it up with the left hand, good. Metters with his first two, and it's 20-19. Coming the other way is Buckner, who's back into the ballgame. On the right-hand side, Whitney hands it off to Westman, who's snuck back in. Original starting lineup back in now for Manchester. Cross-court pass, Keaton Hall, left corner, now left of the lane with a dribble, put it up from 16, no good, and Peyton Metters grabbed the rebound. Metters gets it off to Thomas, and he'll bring it up with 7:15 to go in the half. Thomas now right-hand dribble on the right wing. It goes to close. Tried to get it back to Thomas, cutting to the bucket. Dribbles top of the circle. Now right of the circle, outside the arc. Between the circles, near the center to Brady Thomas. Bounce pass goes to Tanner Close, right wing. Close around it. Pick set by Robbins all the way to the hole. He'll lay it up. Lost the handle. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Lions and Tanner Close. 6:56 left to go in this first half, and after that turnover, the Lions give it up to Manchester. Whitney, top of the key to Hampton, now on the left-hand side, Buckner. Buckner looking down low to Whitney, guarded by Robbins. Whitney trying to size him up, looking to the right, now drives inside the lane, put it up with the right hand, nope. Whitney got his own rebound, though, one shoulder into Robbins, gets him up in the air, put it up again and in. Whitney's got 6. There's no doubt Robbins has got the strength to handle Whitney, but he just doesn't have the experience down low yet to handle it. Down on the left-hand side is Metters. Metters on the left sideline between the circles. It goes to Woods. Woods with it, hands it off to Thomas. He's going to drive inside the lane, lay it up with the right hand, got the roll. Thomas has 7, and the Lions now down by a point, 22-21. Into the front court comes Buckner, bounced by Thomas all the way to the lane, put it up with the left hand, no good, picked it out of the air. Top of the key, it goes to Hampton for the 3, no good, and the rebound taken down by Metters. Boy, Buckner just threw Thomas to the floor, but no call right in front of the official. They're going to have to watch those two as they come up the floor. Metters bounce pass to Robbins between the circles, giving Devin Young some needed rest. With it, top of the key, Woods with it, top side. He's going to shoot the 3. That's too hard. Rebound. Robbins got the rebound and kicks it back outside. Sam Robbins paying dividends early as he just came in off the bench. Woods out in the center circle. Shot clock down to 15. Close. Gets it back to Woods. Top of the key. Jab step inside. Dribbles right elbow. Now to Metters. Metters with it left of the lane. Spins into the lane. Spins back outside with the left hand. Laid it up. No. And the rebound is going to be taken down by Des Moines Whitney. He is a man amongst men right now. Buckner up the floor on the left-hand side to Westman, left at an elbow, stops, picks up the dribble, back outside to Whitney. Whitney looks over on the right-hand side and goes to C.J. Hampton, now to Keaton Hall. Hall spins to the baseline, dribbles right side, and then threw it away right into the Mount St. Joseph bench. Devin Young, Avery Paddock, Reese Thompson back into the ball game for the Lions. Metters, Robbins, and Woods will get a breather. Turnovers even at 4 apiece. 4:57 remaining. We'll talk with Dan Benjamin coming up at halftime of this evening's ball game. Bringing it up the floor, Close, gets it off now to Avery Paddock between the circles. Paddock on the right wing, now to Thomas, back to Paddock, one dribble underneath. Double team, got the ball blocked away out front to Close. Back to Paddock, he'll put it back up, blocked out of bounds by Ogunaki. Well, I don't know what a foul is underneath. Paddock got hit upside the head once, and then again when he got the ball back, and no call. But the Lions get it back on the right side of their own bucket. They will inbound the ball, and they do to Paddock, right side of the circle, now on the left side to Young. Young's going to take it all the way to the hole, got the step, laid it up and in. Young has got 8. Well, I'll tell you, when this team is playing within the offense, they are really tough to handle, the amount I'm talking about. With it is Westman. Westman, top of the circles. When they fall out of it is when they run into troubles. With it, C.J. Hampton from 15 left wing, got it. C.J. Hampton had 17 in the first game. He's got 4 here today, and the Spartans have regained the lead, 24-23. With it is Young. Young on the left side, backing in. Got the ball knocked free, and it's going to be picked up by Manchester. Ogunaki got the handle. He brings it across the timeline, up the floor to Westman, into the corner. Pulls out from the right wing for the 3. Got it. Nate Conley wants organized chaos for the Spartans, and he got it that trip. And it's a 27-23 Manchester lead. Thomas the other way. He's going to be fouled by Cortez Buckner. So Buckner picks up the foul. That will be his first. His job this afternoon, you can tell it right now, that's 4 fouls, by the way, on the Spartans, is to just get in the head of Brady Thomas. Bringing it up the floor, Thompson gets the ball to Thomas. Back to Young, top side, over to Thomas. Top of the key for the three, no good. Rebound tipped up, no, but close, got it back off to Paddock in the right corner. Out front to Thomas. Over on the right wing, Thompson for the three, got it! Reese Thompson with 3. Lions have cut it to 1. 27-26, 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the half. Buckner the other way, lays it up on the left side, up and in. Cortez Buckner with his first 2. And again, it's a 3-point Manchester lead at 29-26. Up the floor, Paddock. Paddock dribbles from the right side to the left side. Gets it back over to Thompson. Back underneath to Paddock. Laid it up and in. Avery has 6, and it's a 1-point Manchester lead again at 29-28, 2:45 remaining in the half. With it is Buckner, right side Ogunaki, now back over on the right wing. It goes to Owens. Goes out front to Hampton, now to Buckner. Buckner left of the lane, stops at the left elbow, gets it back to Buckner, dribbles to the baseline, now backs out against Paddock, tried to spin into the lane, lost it, put it up, and he's going to be fouled by Paddock. Avery with his first, and I know exactly what he's thinking down on the floor. Okay, I just got hit upside the head twice in one possession and no call, and I barely touched this guy, and he got the foul called on him. Well, that's what happens when you're a freshman and the man that you're guarding is a 3-year starter as a junior. Hampton puts it up and in. He's got 5 in the ball game. Came in shooting 67% from the stripe. Hampton, the second one, he and Whitney are near the top of the best front court in the Heartland. He makes the second one, makes it a 31-28 lead. Now leaving the ball game is Hampton. And back into the contest is Owens. Owens checks in for Hampton. Close, looking at the scoreboard, down 31-28, gets it to Thompson on the right wing to Paddock. Paddock for the long 3, got it! Paddock has got 9 in the first half. Lions have tied things up at 31-31. The other way, coming is Buckner. Buckner put up the shot, no good, but Whitney grabbed the rebound. Whitney in the lane, one step, lost the handle, right into the hands of Thomas. Thomas will bring it up on the run, up the right wing, stops at the 3-point arc, cross court to the left wing to Metters, underneath the Tanner, close pump fake, put it up and in. Close has got 4, and the Lions have taken the lead now at 33-31 again. Boy, this has been entertaining. 1:40 to go in this first half of action. Owens between the circles to Whitney, lobs a pass into the lane to Ogunaki, turnaround, 10-foot hook shot in the lane, got it. Told you coming in, he's a pain in the Lions' side. And he's got his first 2, and we're knotted up again at 33. Into the front court, Thompson gets it off to close out near the timeline. Now it goes to Paddock. Paddock with it between the circles, left wing to Reese Thompson. Thompson dribbles top of the circle, left hand dribble, dribbles left of the lane, put up the shot, no, but a foul will be called by the outside official. And going to the line will be Reese Thompson on the foul by Matt Westman, his second. Interesting call. The outside official out near the scorer's table made the call on the lay-in, where the underneath official was right there, didn't make a call. Thompson goes line right, shoots it, hung it on the front iron, and it won't go. No good. Reese, a really good shooter, but surprisingly, he's shooting only 33% from the free throw line this year. He has not been there very often. And he'll try to score his 4th point and give the Lions the lead with 1:10 to go, and he does. So that's 4 in the ball game for Thompson. And now the Lions are going to use a quick timeout. We will also. 1:10 to go in the first half. Your score. It's the Mount 34, Manchester 33 on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538. Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati has been helping companies large and small meet their production challenges for over 35 years. What makes Minutemen Staffing different? The people. Minutemen Staffing has learned never to take a customer for granted. We feel a sense of honor and humility giving you an opportunity to work. Learn what sets us apart from the other staffing agencies. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing. Call today, 579-0010. So Toby Kerrigan using his first time out here in the ball game with a 1.34-33 lead. Now the Lions will go with a 2-2-1 full court press. And putting it in play will be Hampton, does to Owens, back to Hampton, and over on the right-hand side to Buckner. Buckner looking things over, gets it across the timeline into the front court to Whitney, and now back to Buckner. They'll set up the offense against the man-to-man as the Lions fall into that. Buckner on the right-hand side between the circles, jab step inside, gets a pass inside, knocked away, stolen away by Brady Thomas. Thomas will get it up the floor. 46 seconds on the game clock, 25 on the shot clock. With it on the left-hand side is Thompson, top of the key on the left wing, Paddock. Paddock with it, looking underneath, can't find anyone. Now back to Thompson, top side. He'll dribble right elbow down to the right block. He'll lay it up in the air. It's almost like the emergence of Avery Paddock is enlightened Reese Thompson, and he's got 6 in the ball game. Lions lead it by 3, 36-33. With it on the right-hand side is Buckner. Buckner 18 on the clock as the shot clock is off. Top of the key, Hampton. Hampton dumps it off underneath the Whitney. He got fouled, and he'll put it up and in. Boy, that thing hung on the iron and dropped, and the reach-in foul will be called, I believe, on Brady Thomas. Let's see if that's who it's going to be on. There's signaling number 20. No number has been put up on the scoreboard. Now it's going to be against Paddock. I'm going to say Avery Paddock got him, and that was his first and the second against the Lions as a team. Whitney with 8 points in the ball game, shooting 47% from the stripe. There's still 11.9 seconds to go in this first half. 36-35. Whitney line left will try to tie this ball game up. He eyes it from line left, shoots it, and missed it, and the rebound taken down by Avery Paddock. Paddock with a 1-point lead gets it off to Thomas, up the left-hand side. Thomas to the top of the key, around a pick by Young. Right of the lane, Lane opens up, he lays it up, and it won't go! Tipped up by Close, no! Rebound taken away by Whitney, and that'll be the end of the first half of play. So we've come to the first 20 minutes of action, and your score heading into halftime. It's now Mount St. Joseph 36, the Spartans 35. Our halftime festivities are next on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed using the innovative Pico Way laser technology from Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. They're on the leading edge of tattoo removal. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers.
At Mount St. Joseph University, our mission is to provide students with an affordable, world-class education in a safe, comfortable, private school setting. Nearly 100% of our incoming undergraduate students receive scholarships, grants, or financial aid. And with small class sizes and a 98% undergraduate career placement rate, the Mount leads the way in educational value and student success. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed with integrity and zero judgment at Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers.
At Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers, we utilize ink analytics, our plastic surgeon-developed diagnostics. Our exclusive ink analytics system lets us measure your tattoo against more than 60,000 treatments completed by our team. Reviewing over 40 unique factors about your skin and tattoo, Ink Analytics is able to predict the number of treatments you'll need to remove your ink, taking the guesswork out of tattoo removal. Because we're so confident in Ink Analytics, we guarantee our results, which means if your ink is gone before 8 treatments, we will prorate and give you money back. And if your ink is not gone in 8 treatments, we'll continue to treat you at no cost or up to a year. That's the Invisible Ink Guarantee.
Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling them at 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. You're listening to Mount St. Joseph University basketball on UltimateSportsTalk.com. We're at halftime of today's game, so it's time for the Minutemen Halftime Report. Minutemen Staffing, located at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield. We'll go back to the floor for the stat story and interviews for today's game after this from Minutemen Staffing. Well, normally we would go to a spot break here, but now we've got Dan Benjamin, the head coach of the Mount St. Joseph women's basketball team, with us, so we want to bring him on board here at halftime of this one, where it's 36-35, Mount leading the Spartans in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Dan, you said it before the game. You probably said it off the record, but I thought, what the heck, I'm going to tell everybody. You said this was a must-win, and it was a must-win.
Oh, absolutely, Dave. And, Josh and I are pretty good friends, and he does a great job at Manchester, and he was right. We're both on a roller coaster ride. He's not sure what team he's going to get to show up, but as I told him, we're in the same boat, but we're a little bit better at playing harder right now, and that's all. I mean, with the last 7 games, we have played really, really good basketball, and, come out on the short end a few of them, and obviously had a big win in Franklin, and losing that triple header overtime over there at Defiance was tough, and then played Transy was really good. So, we go back to the Hanover game. We played pretty good basketball about 2 quarters there, and I think that's when we have transitioned into a better basketball team.
You were really crisp on offense all day today. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought we were. I think we've been getting better. I think Chloe is getting really comfortable in the offense and reading and seeing what she has. I give them the freedom to do some things, but we narrowed some things down and kind of dummied it down and made it easier for our girls to make decisions. And that's what you got to do. And she does a heck of a job. Anybody who presses us right now, she's maintained composure and breaks the press. And when you don't stop her, they're in trouble.
The last few games that I've seen her, Dan, she's really come on in the second half, almost like she's feeling her way through the first half to see what she could do in the second.
Right. Almost like a boxing match, Yeah. She's getting through the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, and she understands what her abilities are against the opponent, and then she just takes advantage of them. She's a great player. I mean, probably one of the top freshmen in the conference, and I know I'm a little biased towards her, but I know a couple coaches in the conference have seen that and go, wow. So we're excited about having her, and, we keep her out of foul trouble. I thought we were going to have to get her on the bench early when she got that cheap foul down here, and I'm like, well, we'll live with it. She looked over like, didn't know what to say to me. I just smiled and kept walking, so.
Now, you were without Cameron McCool in this ballgame due to the concussion protocol, so you had to go deeper on your bench than you normally do. 2 girls I really want to bring to the forefront, Schoolfield and Dalton. They came off the bench and played well.
Yeah, I think collectively they played 6, 7 minutes and then 9 or 10 minutes, and, we keep telling them to be patient. You'll get your shot. And, we're honest with our kids. A couple games they didn't have good matchups, and we felt this was a good matchup for both of them, so we got them some playing time. Maggie went in and gave 6-7 minutes, like I said, and Carly went in and, we can't figure it out, but somehow the offense or defensive rebound finds her way to her. And, that's just a knack, and you got to live with that. And she's got to like that. She played well. She's playing hurt as well. And, so you got to watch her minutes now and then. But we can still get some productivity out of her. We'll be excited.
Okay. The best for last, I guess you would say, Maddie Haberthy. Boy, what a big honor for her.
Yeah, amazing. When I recruited her, I knew she was going to be a special player for us. And then when I went to this system, the Princeton offense that we stole from the men, this system's perfect for a girl like her, and Chloe, to be honest with you. And we talked about it in walkthrough today, about 6 points away. I said, just relax, let it come to you, it's going to happen. We had to calm down the other players because everybody was excited about who was going to give her the assist. So that was pretty neat. And then it went on to us having 19 assists in the game. But Maddie scoring 1,000 today was big. I know she was nervous all week, and we talked about it and just told her to let it come. And she made a comment, what am I going to do if it doesn't happen? I said, don't worry about it, I'll make it happen.
It'll happen.
To call timeouts, we'll use them just to get you some looks, and said you'll be all right. But proud of her and her teammates and glad that she got 1,000.
If she doesn't score 6 points, you don't win.
No, we're getting blown out. You're right.
You know what? But she had the biggest smile on her face after she hit that second three.
Yes, she did. It was very exciting to see her hit that second three to get to the 1,000 and go on and have the game she had. She's been playing really well. As we talked, we took her off the point quite a bit, moved her off the ball, and gave her opportunities to do what she can do, and she's done very, very well.
Well, now Wednesday night, another test.
Big test going against Hanover. John does a great job. I know they got us last time there. We'll see what we do this time.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Wednesday night. Dan Benjamin. Bear, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Dan Benjamin, good coach, good friend. Thanks a lot for joining us here at halftime. Lions win it earlier today by the final score of 79-56 over Manchester. We're in game 2, and halftime, Mount leading it by a point, 36-35. Heck of a ball game going on here at the Harrington Center. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with the stats after this. Minutemen Staffing wants you. Currently, Minutemen has more positions than workers. Are you in need of work? Maybe a change in direction? Were you laid off and need money to tide you over? Minutemen can help you out. In most cases, on a temporary to permanent work assignment. Many companies have realized the advantages of hiring all their workers through Minutemen Staffing. If you have warehouse, forklift, welding, general labor, or any other kind of industry experience, give Minutemen a call at 513-579-0010 or stop in at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield to fill out an application. We'll put you to work within 24 hours. We go the extra mile to make sure your new position will be the right one. That's what separates Minutemen Staffing from the rest. With more than 35 years experience in the area, Minutemen Staffing can turn your life around. We're proud that we're helping put Cincinnati back to work. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing, call today at 579-0010. Minutemen Staffing is an equal opportunity employer. Dave Mitchell back here at the Harrington Center, where the Lions right now are leading it by a point, 36-35, and they are being led balanced scoring, which is something that Toby Kerrigan loves to see, and the Lions have got it right now. They're being led by Avery Paddock, who's got 9 points in the ballgame on 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and he's got 4 rebounds in the contest and 2 assists. Devin Young, 8 points. He is 4 of 8 from the field, and he has not hit a three-pointer. He's only taken 1 3-point shot. He's got 2 rebounds. Brady Thomas, 7 points on 3 of 6 from the field, and he's hit 1 3-pointer, 3 rebounds in the ball game for Brady. Reese Thompson, 6 points in the ball game. He's come alive, 2 of 4 from the field on 1 of 2 from three-point range and 1 of 2 from the line. He's also grabbed 2 rebounds and has 2 assists. 4 points going to Tanner Close on 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line and a rebound. 2 points to Peyton Metters on 1 of 2 from the field and 3 rebounds in the ballgame. Cedric Woods and Sammy Robbins have each played. Woods 0 of 1 from the field. Sammy Robbins 1 offensive rebound in the first half of action. For Manchester, they're being led by Des Moines Whitney. He's got 8 points on 4 of 8 from the field. 7 points to Jalen Owens off the bench on 3 of 4 from the field and a three-pointer and 3 rebounds. By the way, Whitney's got 4 rebounds. C.J. Hampton, 6 points on 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, and 2 rebounds. 5 points to Matt Westman on 2 of 3 from the field and 1 three-pointer in the contest. Keaton Hall, 3 points on 1 of 2 from the field on a three-pointer. Abdul Ogunaki, 2 points in the ball game on 2 rebounds and 3 assists for Ogunaki. You don't normally put assists in the Ogunaki category, but you are today. 2 points also to Cortez Buckner on 1 of 3, and Nate Carbaugh 1 of 1 from the field for 2 points in the first half of action. As a team, the Lions are 15 of 32 for 47%, 3 of 10 from three-point range for 30%, and 3 of 5 from the line for 60%. Manchester, 15 of 26 from the field for 58%. They are 3 of 6 from three-point range for an even 50%, and 2 of 3 from the line for 67% in the ballgame. Turnovers even pretty much at 7-5 in favor of Manchester. Manchester has scored 7 points off turnovers, while the Lions have scored 6. Lions are out rebounding the taller Spartans, though, at 16-14, but they have grabbed 6 offensive rebounds to just 2 for the Spartans in the first half of action. Assists, Manchester with a 6-4 edge. They've got 1 block shot. Lions have committed 6 steals compared to just 4 for Manchester in the first half of action. And what we always look at, bench points. And right now that's in favor of Manchester. They've got 11 points off the bench here this afternoon compared to just 2 for the Mount St. Joseph Lions. So the Lions right now are on top of it by a point, 36-35. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with second half action here from the Harrington Center on UltimateSportsTalk.com. You're listening to Mount St. Joseph University College Basketball on UltimateSportsTalk.com. We're at halftime of today's game, and you've been listening to the Minutemen Halftime Report. Minutemen Staffing, located in Cincinnati at 6600 Dixie Highway. The second half is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Hi, this is Morgan Freeman. Has anyone ever said, you're the picture of health? You look healthy, you feel fine, but that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Since it doesn't always cause symptoms, you may not know you have it. The only way to know is by getting screened. Screening can find precancerous polyps so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. This is one cancer you can prevent. Plus, screening can find colorectal cancer at an early stage when the chance for a full recovery is very high. Talk with your doctor and get tested for colorectal cancer. Medicare and many insurance plans help pay for screening. Get screened. Make sure you are the picture of health.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Well, some scores around the Heartland Conference here this afternoon, and most of them are final scores here today. Bluffton lost to Rose-Hulman by a final of 65-61. It was Franklin blitzing Earlham 88-67 to stay in first place in the Heartland. Hanover over Defiance 88-76. And at halftime, a game that's going on right now, Transylvania has a 13-point lead over Anderson, 44-31. So let's look at the scoreboard for today here in the Heartland Conference. The Lions right now ahead in this one by a score of 36-35. This one's going to be a very entertaining second half here from the Harrington Center. So buckle up, everybody, because we're about 20 seconds away from getting this thing underway. Lions are going to come out onto the floor with their original starting 5, and I'm assuming Manchester is going to do the same thing because that's who they've got sitting around head coach Nate Conley on their bench. Thompson for the Lions, Young, Thomas, Tanner Close, and Avery Paddock. And for Manchester, they will come out with Whitney, Hampton, Buckner, Hall, and Westman. 36-35. And the Lions will get the ball to open up the second half of play here from the Harrington Center. Wednesday night, we're on the road at Hanover. But right now, all the Lions are worried about is breaking the 7-game losing streak that they are mired in. Putting it in play will be Tanner Close, and here we go. Second half action on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Paddock with it between the circles with a left-hand dribble, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson looking against the man-to-man, hands it off to Thomas all the way to the hole with the left hand, laid it up and in. Brady Thomas has got 9 in the ball game. Lions lead it by 3, 38-35. Buckner goes on the left-hand side to Whitney. Now sideline left Westman. Dribbles up between the circles. Now back over the left of the lane to Whitney. Whitney spins. Gets it back out to Keaton Hall. All alone. Three-pointer. Right wing. Missed everything. And the rebound pulled out of the air by Devin Young. Young will get it off to Brady Thomas. He'll go from right to left across your computer screen. On the right sideline to Tanner Close. Bounce past Devin Young right of the lane. Young backing in against Hampton. All the way down to the block. Puts it up with the left hand. Won't go, and the rebound will be taken down by Hampton. He'll get it up the floor on the run as he brings it up on the dribble. Now to Buckner. Puts a lob pass underneath to Whitney. Had to take it out from underneath the bucket. Back out front to Buckner. On the left wing, Westman. Westman bounce pass left of the lane to Hampton. Hampton bodies up against Young. Spins to the baseline. Puts it up with the left hand. No. Rebound comes out of the air to Cortez Buckner. It didn't hit everything. So the shot clock now just reset to 20. I don't know why, but the ball was to Buckner, and he put it up and in from 12. So Cedric Buckner, Cortez Buckner, got the bucket. He's got 4, and it's 38-35. Lions lead it by 3 again. With it, Young gets a bounce pass on the backside to Reese Thompson. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Manchester. Make it 38-37. 15 on the shot clock. And Thomas will put it in play near the corner, down near the end of the Mount St. Joseph bench on the baseline. Looking. It's a spot out. Inbounds the basketball to Paddock. Gets to the inbounds. Put it up from 3. Got it! Avery with 12. He's got 2 threes in the ball game. 41-37 Lions. Into the front court, Buckner. Right of the circle. Picks up the dribble. Goes right side near the wing to C.J. Hampton. Hampton, cross-court pass. Went right through Westman and out of bounds. Turnover, giving it back to the Lions here early in the second half, and Nate Conley says, I'm not thrilled about what I'm seeing here on the floor. Let's talk this thing over with 18-10 left to go in the ball game, and we're going to keep it right here and take a look at some Division I college basketball scores from the top 25 from around the country, and some interesting games going on. Number 3 Kansas is leading by 6 over Tennessee, 66-60. 5 minutes to go in that ball game. Boy, with just a minute and a half left, SMU trying to pull a big upset over number 20 Memphis. SMU, the Mustangs, lead it by a point, 71-70. In other games around the country that we've got finals for, Rutgers defeated Nebraska this afternoon. Louisville ended up winning the ball game against Clemson by 18. Villanova beat Providence by 4. And it was Illinois edging Michigan in the Big House 64-62. Auburn also got a win over Iowa State this afternoon by a final of 80-76. Lions have the basketball after that quick timeout by Nate Conley. And they get the ball to Brady Thomas. Thomas backs it out near the center circle. Thomas with the basketball guarded by Hall. He's going to pull up with the left of the circle. 3, no good. Rebound comes out long. Thompson taps it. Saved in bounds, though, by Young on the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds as he was doing it. And the ball will go back to Manchester. 41-37. Lions with the lead in what I'm going to term a must-win for the Lions to get back into the playoff chase. 41-37, they lead it by 4. Manchester with it. Keaton Hall swings it on the right-hand side to Hampton. Bounce pass to Whitney. Right of the lane, backing in against Young. Turnaround right-hand hook shot by Whitney. Got it from the right baseline. He's got 10. And it's 41-39. Lions with the lead. Thompson the other way. Lions have got to avoid the droughts that they have gone through during the 7-game losing streak. With it is Thomas. Top of the key, Close. Close to the free throw line. Back out to Paddock. All the way into the lane. Kicks it back out front to Close. Close dribbles left baseline in against Whitney. Reverse layup. Laid it up. It'll go. Tanner Close has got 6. And it's 43-39. Lions by 4 again. Buckner the other way. Buckner top of the key around a pick set by Hampton. Hampton with it right of the lane. He's going to shoot the 3 left of the circle. No good. And a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be against Manchester on Des Moines Whitney, I believe. And it will be on Des Moines Whitney as he got hooked up with Devin Young down low and the official caught it. That is his first. And that's the first on either team here in the second half. 16:52 left to go in the ball game. Bringing it across the timeline is Brady Thomas. Now off to Paddock. Paddock with it between the circles. With the left-hand dribble, looks on the back door, gets it to Tanner Close. Guarded up against Keaton Hall, left of the lane. Tanner backing him down into the lane, spins, put it up with the left hand on the left-hand side, no good. Tanner got his own rebound, put it up with the right hand on the rim, won't go again, and the rebound taken down by C.J. Hampton. Boy, Close had two opportunities. The other way comes Buckner, all the way to the hole, laid it up and in. Buckner, boy, did he turn on the Jets. He's got 6, and it's a 2-point Lion lead again at 43-41. Into the front court, Thomas hands it off to Tanner Close on the left wing, Paddock. Paddock top of the circle out of the weave, now right in the lane to Young. Left-hand side to Paddock for the left of the circle, 3, won't go. And the rebound taken down by Matt Westman. Manchester can tie or take the lead on this 3 by Keaton Hall, and he hits the 3, and Manchester has regained the lead. Keaton Hall with 6. Manchester leads it by 1 at 44-43. Into the front court, Paddock. Paddock on the left-hand side now to Thomas. Thomas with it to the free throw line. Hook pass goes to Devin Young. Devin Young put it up. No, he got bumped, no foul. Rebound pulled out of the air by Whitney. Gets it up the floor to Westman. Westman will drive inside the lane, dump it off to Whitney, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Matt Westman as he ran right over the top of Tanner Close. 44-43. Manchester with the lead. Now, I think Westman is going to come out of the ball game after picking up his 3rd personal, and he will. And back into the ball game is Jalen Owens. That's the 2nd foul against Manchester. 15:29 left to go in the ball game. Most important 15 minutes of the season for the Lions. With it is Paddock. Paddock right side, now to Tanner Close to the left elbow. Over to Reese Thompson, left wing, looking for Paddock. Now gets it to Thomas, top of the key, Paddock. Paddock is going to dribble a couple of times, get it off to Thompson at the free throw line. Back to Young. Bounce pass on the back door to Paddock, laid it up and in! Great feed from Devin Young to Avery Paddock. He's got 14. Lions have regained the lead at 45-44. Top of the key, Buckner to the line, to the right side of the lane. Lost the handle, out of bounds, back to the Lions. Buckner dribbled it right off his knee and out of bounds. We have had 6 lead changes in this game so far. 14:50 remaining in it. Lions lead it by a point, and they have the basketball. Top of the key, Paddock. Paddock top side. Picks up the dribble at the left elbow. Feeds left wing to Reese Thompson. Thompson all the way to the line. Kicks it out into the left baseline to Paddock. Inside the lane now with the dribble. Fall away 5-footer by Avery. Got it. Paddock is 16, and he is slowly emerging, folks. You can just see it. 47-44. Buckner between the circles to the left-hand side. Buckner with the dribble, top of the key to Whitney. Whitney looking underneath, now feeds it on the right wing to Owens. Owens looking down low, but can't find anyone. The Lions are smothering right now on defense. Around the horn to Hall. Hall left of the lane to Des Moines Whitney. Put up the right-hand hook shot. No rebound. Devin Young. Young gets it up the floor to Thomas, into the front court to Thompson, left of the lane to Paddock, got the ball over the top and taken away by C.J. Hampton. Up the floor on the run to Owens, pump fake, stops at the right arc. Now back out front to Buckner. He's going to dribble in against Thomas, put it up with the right hand, got it to go. Buckner has got 8 in the ball game, and boy, does he have a quick first step. And the Mount leads up by a point again at 47-46, 13:35 remaining. Paddock hands it off. Thomas, top of the key, 3 by Brady, got it! Thomas has got 12 in the ball game, 2 threes, and it's 50-46 Mount. The other way comes Buckner. Buckner kicks it out into the lane to Whitney. Whitney, boy, he's been in there for a long time, and now finally a double dribble is going to be called. You could have called double dribble, offensive foul, or 3 seconds, whatever you wanted to call, and they finally picked double dribble. So now the officials are going to call Buckner over and Thomas over and have a word with them as Buckner leaves the ball game. And back into the contest is Jared Andis. Andis is scoreless. He played in the first half and didn't score either. 13-13 remaining in the ball game. Paddock has it top side. Gets it back underneath to Reese Thompson. Put it up inside the lane. No good. And the rebound taken down by Oganaki. Oganaki will bring it up the floor on the run on the left-hand side to Hampton. Hampton hands it off to Hall. Hall swings it over on the right-hand side to Andis. Andis stops at the right wing. He's all alone. He's going to shoot the 3. Just barely grazed the iron, and it's pulled down by Brady Thomas. He's got 4 rebounds this afternoon. Thomas will bring it across the timeline. Peyton Metters is back into the ballgame now for the Lions, by the way, as he's giving Tanner Close a breather. With it, between the circles is Thomas, top of the key. Bounce pass right of the lane to Devin Young. Young bounces in, lost the handle of the dribble, down to the right baseline. 10 on the shot clock, still plenty of time. Devin, bounce pass on the back door. It goes to Thompson, laid it up and in! Thompson with 8. Lions lead it by 6. Their biggest lead of the afternoon, 52-46. With it on the left-hand side, Hampton. Hampton crossover dribble. Now picked up by Thomas. Gets it over to Andis, top side. Swings it over to Ogunaki. Ogunaki swings it to Andis, now on the right sideline. Now back out front. It goes to Hampton again. Hampton top side. Gets it back over on the left-hand side to Owens. Owens with it. Bounce pass to Ogunaki for the long 3. Top side, no good, but Caton Hall got the rebound. Back over to Owens for the right wing 3. No again. Rebound taken down by Avery Paddock. Paddock gets it up the floor into the front court to Thomas. We're under 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Thomas, top of the key, between the circles, swings a pass over to Thompson. Thompson looking underneath for Young, back out to Thomas. Thomas with it on the right-hand side, gets it over to Metters. Metters hands it off to Thomas. Thomas with 9 on the shot clock, stops inside the key. He's going to throw up a 17-footer, rimmed it out, no good, and the rebound taken down by Andis. Andis brings it up the floor into the front court. Stops top of the circle into the key. Now back over to Hampton. Hampton backing in against Metters to the baseline. Puts it up with the left hand. Good rebound. Devin Young. Devin Young got it. Brady Thomas comes in and then trying to sneak in from behind is Owens. And Owens got more body than ball. And that'll be a foul called on Jalen Owens. That'll be his first. And that's the 3rd against Manchester as a team. And coming into the ball game, Cedric Woods is back in. And Tanner Close is back in. Brady Thomas is getting a breather, and so is Avery Paddock. Boy, they both need it too. This has been a fast and furious game. There's still 11 minutes left to go in it, and the Lions lead it by 6, 52-46. With it is Metters. Top side, Woods. Woods with a left-hand dribble to the left of the lane. Back out to Close. Left wing 3 by Tanner. No good. And the rebound smothered by Ogunaki. He'll get it up the floor into the front court to Owens on the right-hand side. Keaton Hall, all alone 3, right wing, hit the front iron, no good. Rebound, Ogunaki and Metters go for it, and it was last touched by Peyton Metters. And it will stay with Manchester, and I think we're going to have a timeout taken by Mount St. Joseph. 10:42 left to go in the ball game. Your score from the Harrington Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's the Mount St. Joseph Lions 52, the Manchester Spartans 46 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we're on a mission to make sure every single student succeeds in their career. With 1 teacher for every 11 students, our world-class professors and career counselors will ensure that you not only graduate, but get placed in the career you dreamed of. In fact, 98% of our undergraduates and 100% of our graduate students are working in their field within 6 months of graduation. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed using the innovative Pico Way laser technology from Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. They're on the leading edge of tattoo removal. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Lions looking to try to break their 7-game losing streak. They lead it by 6 with 10:42 remaining to go, 52-46. And Devin Young, I'll check that. He's just going to line up down low. Lions are going to play defense, and putting the ball in play is going to be Owens, right of his own bucket. He inbounds it out front to Ogunaki. Dribbles right wing, hands it off to Andis. Now top of the key, Keaton Hall for the 3. Hit the front iron, hung there, no good. And a foul is going to be called on who? The official keeps pointing but doesn't make a call, and now it's going to be on Tanner Close. Tanner just kind of raises his eyebrows and says, well, okay. So that'll be the first foul against Tanner and the first against the Lions here in the second half. Inbounds pass way out front to Oganaki again, now to Owens. Feeds it over to Carbaugh. Carbaugh bounce pass underneath, knocked away, stolen away by the Lions. Metters got the knock away, and he gets it off to Reese Thompson, and he'll bring it into the forecourt. Thompson running the point on this trip up the floor. Gets it over to Cedric Woods, right sideline, to the top of the key. Woods with the right-hand dribble to the free throw line, pulls up from 15. Got it! Said the two-point artist. Gives the Lions an 8-point lead, 54-46. Top of the key, Owens for three. Got that one. Boy, Owens just came down and with no hesitation shot the three. He's got 10, and it's 54-49. Top of the key, Woods again. Woods with it on the right sideline. Goes to Tanner Close. Close around a pick by Young. Close with the basketball between the circles. Feeds it over on the left-hand side to Woods. Woods now with the dribble, looking to try to run the offense. Nobody's moving out there for the Lions. Top of the key, Young. 8 on the shot clock. Young to the left elbow. Lost the handle of the basketball. Pulled out of the air by Carbaugh. Carbaugh gets it up the floor into the front court to Owens. Up the left-hand side near the three-point arc. Now stops, wanted to shoot the three. Ball got knocked free by Young, and it went out of bounds. Back to Manchester. 9:20 to go. Westman back in with those three fouls. And leaving is Andis. Brady Thomas is back in, and Reese Thompson is going to get a well-deserved break. 9:20 to go. Westman puts the ball in play to Buckner. Buckner dribbles left of the lane, kicks it off into the left baseline to Owens for three, hit the back iron, no, but Buckner went high and grabbed the offensive rebound. He has it left of the lane. Now back out front to Owens. Owens with it left side of the front court. Tries to get into Carbaugh on the give and go. Dribbles left baseline, clear under the basket. Back out to Oganaki, all alone for the three. Got it. Oganaki has got 5. And the Lions' lead has been now cut to 2 at 54-52, 8:50 to go in the ball game. With it is Woods. Off on the right-hand side to Young. Bounce pass in the back door to Thomas. Laid it up. Nobody's fouled on the way to the bucket. He got kicked on the way to the hole, and that was a foul called against Oganaki. That'll be his first. And that's the 4th against Manchester, but going to the line will be Brady Thomas. He was in the act of shooting. Brady with 12 today, shooting 80% from the stripe on the year. Puts that one up, and it hits the side iron, no good. So Thomas misses the first free throw with 8:43 remaining. And he'll go line left for the second one, leading it by 2. Second one by Brady from line left. Dips, shoots, got that one. Brady's got 13 in the ball game. And it's a 3-point Lion lead at 55-52. The other way, Buckner comes up the floor, stops left of the lane, back up front to Owens. Owens top side to Carbaugh. Carbaugh hands it off to Westman, now over to Oganaki on the left-hand side. Tried to get it to Owens, but it was knocked out of bounds by Cedric Woods, and it goes clear down underneath the bleachers at the far end of the floor. 8:28 remaining to go. We will be in Hanover on Wednesday night. 7:30 with the tip-off, 7 o'clock with the pregame here on Ultimate Sports Talk. Hope to hear you and see you there. 55-52. Putting it in play will be Westman. Westman lobs it out front to Oganaki. Now on the left-hand side, Owens. Owens with it. Guarded by Woods, around a pick by Oganaki, down to the left baseline, spins into the lane, put it up from 5, no good. Woods tipped it into the corner, but Carbaugh came away with it. Carbaugh with it between the circles, now to Westman. On the left-hand side, crossover dribble down to the left baseline, stops between the legs dribble at the three-point arc, picks up the dribble, bounce pass to Oganaki, and a foul is going to be called underneath, and I believe that's going to be on Peyton Metters, and it will be. Peyton picks up his first personal. Now checking in Reese Thompson and Avery Paddock. Peyton Metters is going to leave along with Cedric Woods. Metters caught an elbow in that left eye, and I think he needs to go get that cleared up. Underneath Oganaki, and he's going to jam it home. Defensive mix-up by the Lions underneath, and Oganaki got the slam. He's got 7, and it's a 1-point Mount lead again at 55-54. This is one of these points in the ballgame where the Lions have got to take care of the basketball. With it, Paddock, top of the key, Thompson. Thompson's going to drive all the way down. He's going to lay it up. No, but a foul will be called, and Reese will go to the line shooting 2. And that is going to be a foul called against Matt Westman. That's his fourth. I saw Ryan Strom jump up and pull head coach Nate Conley back. I was wondering what was going on, but now I know it's because Westman's got 4. Thompson will go line left, shooting 2. Got it, the first one. He's got 9 in the ball game. And that gives the Lions a 2-point lead, 56-54. Line left by Thompson for the second one. Dips, shoots, hit the back iron, nope. And the rebound taken away. And it'll be taken away by Owens. Owens almost fell down when he grabbed the rebound. Around a pick by Ogunaki. Swings it around the horn. It goes to Buckner. Dribbles left baseline. Put it up from behind Brady Thomas. No good. The rebound chased down by Avery Paddock. Avery's got 5 rebounds here this afternoon. Up the floor, Thomas. Gets the ball right in the lane to Devin Young. One dribble. Puts it up. Got the ball knocked free. Ball loose on the floor. Young got it back to close in the lane. Laid it up. It won't go, but a foul is going to be called. What are we calling? I guess a foul is going to be called on the lay-in by Tanner Close. It will be a foul called on Carbaugh, and that will be his 3rd. And that's the 6th against Manchester as a team. And now Brady Thomas will put it in play underneath his own bucket. Lions will be at the line the rest of the game on the next foul. With it is Paddock, top of the key. It goes to Young. Young with the shot clock at 14. Looks down low. Gets the ball to Paddock, and a foul reaching over the top called against Ogunaki. And that will put Paddock at the line and the Lions there for the rest of the game. That is the 2nd on Ogunaki. Hampton is back in, Whitney back in, Hall back in. Ogunaki leaves, so does Carbaugh and Westman. 7:08 left to go. Lions lead it by 2, and Avery Paddock goes line left with 16 points. Puts up the first one, got it. He now has 17, and he's 1 of 2 from the stripe today. Came in shooting 47%. He's been playing with that bum left thumb for the last 4 games, and that's when he's really started to play better. And the shot put up no good, and a foul is going to be called on Devin Young. I'm going to say he pushed off on the lane, and that will be his first. And that's the 3rd against the Lions. Lions are going to put in a 2-2-1 full court press now. And Manchester will get it up the floor into the front court. It goes to Owens as they break it easily. Now back to Buckner. Between the circles, Buckner looking against the 2-3. Lions in a 2-3 zone now. Right wing shot by Owens. No good, and the rebound taken down by Devin Young. Young clears it off to Thomas. Lions lead it by 3, 57-54. Thomas gets it off to Avery Paddock. Swings it over on the left-hand side. Stolen away by Owens. It's a 2-on-1 break. Gets it off to Whitney, and he jams it home. Whitney has 12, and it's a 1-point lead again for the Lions at 57-56. Up the floor, Tanner Close off to Avery Paddock. Gets it on the left-hand side to Reese Thompson. Top of the key, Young. Young got the ball knocked free. Gets the ball back. Trying to create. Dribbles top of the circle. Picks up the dribble on the left elbow with 9 on the shot clock. Back to Thompson. Thompson all the way to the hole. Lost the handle. It was knocked free and out of bounds by Hampton. It will stay with the Lions with 6:07 remaining. 57-56, Lions with the lead. Thomas will put it in play, 5 on the shot clock. Thomas, bounce pass to Young, left of the lane, lost the handle, pulled out of the air by Owens of Manchester. He'll bring it up to the right side. Stop, bounce pass to Hampton inside the lane. Hampton now will dribble it out and set it up on the right wing to Buckner. Buckner with it between the circle on the right side at the 3-point arc. Now down on the right wing. It goes to Hampton. Spins to the baseline with a left-hand dribble. It's shut off by Paddock to the free throw line. Buckner feeds it off left baseline to Whitney. Whitney guarded by Young. Whitney backs to the baseline. Stops. Pops a right-hand hook shot. No, and a foul on Young. That'll be the 2nd against Devin. And Whitney will go line right, shooting 2. He'll look to even the game and then to give Manchester the lead with 5:37 left to go. Whitney 0 for 1 from the stripe today, shooting 47% from the line on the year. Puts the first one up and in. He's got 13. Sam Robbins coming in. Devin Young will leave with those 2 fouls, and he'll get a breather, maybe for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then he'll be right back in. Second one by Whitney gives Manchester the lead. He has got 14 in the ballgame, and Manchester now has taken the lead at 58-57. Into the front court, Thomas. Thomas on the right wing, kicks it off on the right sideline to Reese Thompson. Thompson's going to drive the baseline and open up, laid it up in there. Hampton never got the word that he was coming right up behind him, and Thompson laid it in for the bucket. He's got 11, and the Lions lead it by a point again. Buckner the other way, the floater inside the lane. No, Buckner got his own rebound, though. Buckner with the basketball. Buckner on the right baseline, it goes to Whitney. Whitney looking in against Robbins. Whitney stops, pops it from 5. No, tipped up again. No, rebound, Brady Thomas. Thomas, with 4:56 remaining to go in the ball game, will bring it across the timeline. The Lions lead it by a point. Close. Gets it off to Paddock. Paddock with it between the circles. Feeds it right side to Brady Thomas. Thomas, top of the key. Stops, pops, gets it over to Robbins, right baseline. Kicks it into the left corner to Thompson for the 3. Around the rim, won't go. Rebound tapped outside, and it comes into the hands of C.J. Hampton. Hampton gets it up the floor to Buckner. He lost it on the baseline. Taken away by Reese Thompson. Thompson will get it back up the floor into the front court for the Lions. It's 4-on-3. Thompson kicks it off to Paddock in the lane. Back out front to Thomas, and they'll set up the offense with 20 on the shot clock, 4:15 on the game clock. Robbins with it, hands it off to Tanner Close. Close to the line with a left-hand dribble to the lane. Back out to Robbins for the 3-pointer. Got it! Sammy Robbins is the most happy person in the world right now. He throws the 3, and the Lions lead it by 4. Big bucket for Sammy Robbins coming back from the DL. On the left-hand side is Hall. Bounce pass left of the lane to Whitney. Whitney put it up with the left hand in front of Robbins. Got it. Whitney's got 16 in the ball game, and it's a 62-60 Manchester lead. 3:40 left to go in the ball game. Thompson up the floor between the circles. Thompson goes to Close. Close with it on the left-hand side. Now to Robbins, top of the circle. Robbins guarded by Whitney. Robbins with it, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson top side, gets it off to Brady Thomas, top of the key, and he's going to back it out. 9 on the shot clock. Thomas, stop and go dribble to the left of the lane, threw it up off the glass rim. No. Rebound tapped outside, and it comes into the hands on the baseline of Keaton Hall. He'll get it off to Buckner into the front court. Buckner's going to take it all the way to the hole with a lays it up. No good. Rebound tapped around, taken out by Avery Paddock. Paddock dribbles out of a crowd, gets it back over to Brady Thomas. Paddock has got 6 rebounds today, and none of them any bigger than that one. And now the Lions are going to use a timeout. 2:59 to go in the ball game. Lions looking to break a 3-game losing streak. Make it a 7-game losing streak. Sorry, a 7-game losing streak. Your score, Mount 62, the Spartans 60 on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone. And your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community. Open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Lions have 3 timeouts remaining. They've got 1 full and 2 30s. And for the Manchester Spartans, they have got 3 timeouts remaining. But they're all fulls. Hall, Whitney, Hampton, Westman, and Owens are out on the floor right now for Manchester. Thomas, Close, Thompson, Paddock, and Young on the floor for the Lions. They have the ball in front of their own bench. In the front court, they inbound it to Thomas. Now back to Paddock. 17 on the shot clock. Paddock, top of the key. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas to the free throw line. Left wing Thompson. Now back to Thomas. Thomas setting it up on the right side. He's going to take it all the way to the hole. He lays it up and it'll go. He got the step. He's got 15, Thomas. And it's 64-60 Lions by 4. With it is Hampton. Left of the circle. 2:30 left to go. Hampton down to the baseline. Put it up from 5. Left side. Got it. Hampton's got 8 in the ball game, and it's a 2-point game again. It's 64-62. 2:22 remaining to go. Paddock, top of the circle, top of the key. Gets it off to Close. Close, right angle. Gets it back out to Young. Now back to Close, top of the circle to the left elbow. Back out top side to Paddock. Paddock jabs to the left, goes to the right, hands it off to Thomas on the left wing. Thompson. Top side to Thomas again. 10 on the clock. He's going to dribble inside the lane. Stops. He's going to pop it. Blocked out of bounds by Hampton. Ball will stay with the Lions, and they'll have it right at their own bucket. 2:02 remaining. And now Nate Conley wants to use a timeout. Evidently, he had a 30 left. I'm not sure he does have a 30 left. The officials, they called it a 30, and let's see what they end up calling this. I don't think he's got a 30 left. It's going to be a full timeout. He does. He doesn't have a full. He does have the fulls, but he doesn't have the 30. 2:02 left to go in the ball game. Your score: Mount 64, the Spartans 62 on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Minutemen Staffing in Cincinnati has been helping companies large and small meet their production challenges for over 35 years. What makes Minutemen Staffing different? The people. Minutemen Staffing has learned never to take a customer for granted. We feel a sense of honor and humility giving you an opportunity to work. Learn what sets us apart from the other staffing agencies. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing. Call today, 579-0010. Decided a tattoo you had done isn't for you anymore, but you don't want to go through the long, tedious, and sometimes painful removal process? Now you can have it removed using the innovative Pico Way laser technology from Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. They're on the leading edge of tattoo removal. Located in Greater Cincinnati at 119 Fairfield Avenue in Bellevue, Kentucky. Schedule a free consultation today by calling 866-219-0672. Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Well, we told you to buckle up at halftime, and that's just what this one has been. 2:02 left to go. Mount has 3 timeouts left. The Spartans have 2. Lions will put the ball in play. 6 on the shot clock. 2:02 on the game clock. Lions will run a 1-4 down low. Thomas will put it in right of his own bucket. Inbounds the ball to Paddock. Right back to Thomas. Right sideline to the top of the key. Crossover dribble. He'll drive right of the lane. Lost it out of bounds, and the shot clock expired. Now they're going to ask if there should be 1 second put on the shot clock, and they're going to confer, and there is going to be 1 second put on the shot clock. 1:56 remaining. Boy, if you saw the St. Olaf video on Twitter this week, this is exactly what the Lions need right now. 1 second on the shot clock. 1:56 to go on the game clock. Thomas will put it in play. They inbound it to Paddock. Paddock is going to shoot the shot. It won't go, and immediately the shot clock will expire. If you haven't seen that video yet, go take a look at it. St. Olaf. It's spelled the same way as it is on Frozen. OLAF. Bringing it up the floor from left to right is Owens. Owens gets it off. Lions lead it by 2 after the turnover. They get the ball to Hall. Hall for Manchester. Right baseline, it goes to Whitney. Backing in against Young. Whitney spins the baseline, and he is going to call a blocking foul on Devin Young. Devin Young gets called for the block. And that will be his 3rd, and you can tell that the crowd, I don't even have to say anything about it, the crowd is going to give you their opinion of it right now. That is the 5th against the Lions as a team. So the shot clock will be reset to 20. Owens will put the ball in play right of his own bucket. Lobs it. Out front it goes to Whitney. Whitney near the top of the key, guarded by Young. Now to Owens, all alone for the 3. Missed it off the front iron. Rebound, Avery Paddock. He'll get it off to Brady Thomas. 1:29 to go in the ball game. Lions by 2. Thomas on the right sideline, top of the key, Paddock. Paddock looked for the back door to Thomas, gets it off to Young. The baseline opened up. He'll drive to the bucket, lay it up and in. Devin has 10. It's a 4-point Lions lead. Up the floor the other way comes Hampton. Free throw line jumper by Hampton. Won't go. Rebound Whitney, though. Turnaround shot up off the glass rim. No. Hampton again. No. Rebound. Reese Thompson on the baseline, and he'll be fouled on the play by Whitney. 1:02 left to go. 66-62. Lions, and going line left will be Reese Thompson. Thompson 2 of 4 from the stripe today. He'll shoot 1-1 with 11 points. Nobody on the lane for the Lions. They've all dropped back defensively. The first one is up by Reese. Got it. If I was giving a player the game, it would be Reese right now. He has been outstanding all day long. Second one by Thompson from line left. Shoots it. Rimmed it in and out. No good. And the rebound taken down by Whitney. Whitney gets it off to Owens into the front court up the right-hand side. Hands it off to Westman. Westman between the legs. Dribble. Lost the handle on the sideline. Rebound. Knocked up the floor by Thomas. It's picked up by Paddock all the way to the lane. He's going to be blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Westman. Oh, what a play by Brady Thomas. What a play by Brady. He saved it on the sideline and punched it forward into the front court, and Avery Paddock chased it down and was fouled going to the bucket. Westman will foul out of the ball game with 5 points. Going to the line will be Avery Paddock, and now checking into the ball game will be Andis. Jared Andis, the 5'11 sophomore, comes in for Westman, who fouls out. And line left is Avery Paddock. He is 1 of 3 from the stripe today for 17 points, and he leads the Lions in scoring here this afternoon. Avery, the freshman, with 49.4 left to go, put it up and in. Paddock with 18. That gives the Lions a 6-point lead. Second one by Paddock, line left, is up. Good again. Avery with 19. Now Buckner is back into the ballgame for Manchester. And leaving the contest is Andis. Buckner will bring it up, down by 6. Buckner, top of the key to the right side of the lane. Gets it off to Hall. Long 3-point by Keaton Hall. Missed everything. Rebound Tanner close. 38 seconds stand between the Lions and breaking their 7-game losing streak. Into the front court, Thomas. Thomas with him between the circles. Hands it off to Paddock. Paddock on the left-hand side. Manchester doesn't want to foul right now. They've let the shot clock run down too far. Thomas on the back door. It goes to Close. Laid it up and in! Close with 8. And now, what do we have? We're going to put 24, I believe, on 20.4 on the game clock. 20.4 on the game clock. Lions lead it by 9, 71-62. Inbounds to Buckner. Buckner will bring it up across the timeline into the front court. 15 seconds, all the way to the hole. Laid it up, hit the bottom of the rim. No. Rebound Paddock. And Nate Conley says, don't even foul. The game is going to end. And so's the 7-game losing streak. The Lions come home and win it here this afternoon by a final score of 71-62 over the Manchester Spartans. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll wrap things up from the Harrington Center when we come back after this.
At Mount St. Joseph University, our mission is to provide students with an affordable, world-class education in a safe, comfortable, private school setting. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone. And your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call Call them today at 513-748-1538. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community. Open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Well, to say this was a much-needed win by the Lions would be an understatement as they win it here this afternoon, 71-62 over the Manchester Spartans. And just taking a look at the score sheet here this afternoon, Avery Paddock, what a game he played this afternoon. 19 points in the ball game, 7 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range. Avery was 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds and 3 assists in the ball game. Paddock with 19 points to lead the way for the Lions. Brady Thomas playing under control the entire ball game, 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range, and 1 of 2 from the line. He had 4 rebounds in the contest, 15 points in the ball game. Reese Thompson, 12 points on 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and 3 of 6 from the line. 3 rebounds in the ball game. Devin Young only had 2 rebounds on Wednesday night at Transy. Boy, did he bounce back this afternoon. Devin with 9 rebounds today, 2 assists, 10 points on 5 of 12 from the field in the ball game. Tanner Close, 8 points, 3 of 7. Boy, he did a lot of stuff down low, though, that helped the Lions win this ball game. 0 of 1 from the field and 2 of 2 from the line. Sammy Robbins will never hit a bigger three-pointer than he did here this afternoon. Robbins, 3 points in the ball game on 1 of 1 from the field, and that was one of those that Toby Kerrigan had to be saying, oh no, nice shot. That was what he had to be saying about Robbins. Woods with 2 points off the bench. Cedric was 1 of 2 from the field, and Peyton Metters 2 points also off the bench on 1 of 2. Leading the way for Manchester this afternoon, Des Moines Whitney, he was 16 points. Jalen Owens 10. C.J. Hampton and Cortez Buckner each with 8. Abdul Ogunaki with 7 points in the ball game. Keaton Hall had 6, Matthew Westman with 5, and Nate Carbaugh off the bench with 2. Des Moines Whitney also had 8 rebounds in the contest. C.J. Hampton 6, and Ogunaki had 5. But when you look at the team totals here this afternoon, the Lions did a great job on the boards. They were out-rebounded, 37-33, but they had 9 offensive rebounds in the ballgame compared to 11 for Manchester. Turnovers, well, the last time these two teams played, the Lions had 21 turnovers, leading to 28 points for Manchester. Today, the Lions cut that by 10. They had 11 turnovers in the ball game, and they gave up only 16 points off turnovers to Manchester this afternoon. The Spartans had 14 turnovers in the ball game, and the Lions scored 17 points off of those turnovers in the ball game. The Lions were 28 of 59 for 47.5% from the field, 6 of 17 from three-point range for 35.3%, and they were 9 of 15 from the line for 60%. Meanwhile, Manchester, 26 of 60 for 43%, 6 of 20 from the three-point arc for 30%, and 4 of 5 from the line for 80 points, 80% here this afternoon. Lions win it by a final score of 71-62. We'll wrap things up from the Harrington Center after these final timeouts.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we're on a mission to make sure every single student succeeds in their career. With 1 teacher for every 11 students, our world-class professors and career counselors will ensure that you not only graduate, but get placed in the career you dreamed of. In fact, 98% of our undergraduates and 100% of our graduate students are working in their field within 6 months of graduation. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Minutemen Staffing wants you. Currently, Minutemen has more positions than workers. Are you in need of work? Maybe a change in direction? Were you laid off and need money to tide you over? Minutemen can help you out. In most cases, on a temporary to permanent work assignment. Many companies have realized the advantages of hiring all their workers through Minutemen Staffing. If you have warehouse, forklift, welding, general labor, or any other kind of industry experience, give Minutemen a call at 513-579-0010 or stop in at 6600 Dixie Highway in Fairfield to fill out an application. We'll put you to work within 24 hours. We go the extra mile to make sure your new position will be the right one. That's what separates Minutemen Staffing from the rest. With more than 35 years experience in the area, Minutemen Staffing can turn your life around. We're proud that we're helping put Cincinnati back to work. Minutemen Staffing, located in Fairfield at 6600 Dixie Highway. Minutemen Staffing, call today at 579-0010. Minutemen Staffing is an equal opportunity employer. Well, a bunch of happy people around here this afternoon as the Lions break their 7-game losing streak and win it here today by a final score of 71-62. They were outscored off the bench 19-17, but boy, the minutes that the Lions got this afternoon off the bench really meant a lot more than the scoring that they got off the bench. The lead changed hands 11 times and it was all knotted up 3 times, but when it was all said and done, the Lions had the 9-point victory. Their record now goes to 4-13 overall. They're 2-8 in conference play, while Manchester falls to 5-11. They're 3-6 in conference play. Next up for both teams, for Manchester, they play Wednesday night at Rose-Hulman with a 7:30 tip. The Lions will be on the air here on Ultimate Sports Talk, and Wednesday night at 7:30 at Hanover, we'll be on the air with the pregame show at 7. Our thanks to the entire sports staff here at Mount St. Joseph University for helping us out here today. To Dr. James Williams, the president of the university, for granting us permission to broadcast today's game. Steve Ratcliffe, the athletic director. Blake Watson, the sports information director. Our thanks to all of the people at Manchester for helping us out, both coaches, Nate Conley and Josh Zurich. Thanks to them. Our thanks also to the sponsors for making this possible. Greg Mitchell for producing this afternoon's program, but most of all, our thanks to you for listening here this afternoon. Again, the final score in the first game for the Lions, they won the women's game 79-56. Maddie Haberthy with her 1,000th career point. And for the Lions in the second game in the men's contest, they win it 71-62. Until Wednesday night from Hanover at 7 o'clock, I'm Dave Mitchell. Have a good night, everybody. You've been listening to an UltimateSportsTalk.com presentation of Mount St. Joseph University College Basketball. This game has been brought to you by Invisible Ink Tattoo Removers. Call 866-219-0672. And